Hey guys, good afternoon everyone. Ryan talking from the Black Room here. Hope you guys are having a good day today. I wanted to jump on and do a video on the RARX today because we had a picture perfect pattern set up in this stock today, and I wanted to kind of break down what I look for when it comes to shakeouts, because I know a lot of people mention shakeouts, a lot of people play shakeouts, stuff like that. I personally play shakeouts. I love playing shakeouts, but the shakeout itself is pretty wild, and so it's important to have a pattern and a plan of action going forwards. Otherwise, you can just get chopped up with shakeouts. Okay, so we're going to talk about shakeouts. We're going to use this RARX this morning as the pattern that we're going to focus on. And there's two things specifically that I want to dive into. One is the location of the shakeout. So, and the reason why that's important is when to get into the position. And the other thing is the rate that the shakeout happens. Okay, so let's start with the location of the shakeout. All right, so let me jump down to the 5 minute was the pattern. Okay, so this was the pattern. This was the breakout here over $18. Okay, so we can see that this really nice move followed after this break of $18. All right, so I was on the mic here and I saw that this was basing here. Okay, so first we were scanning for relative strength here. All right, and we can see that the RARX, we got sold off at the open. We immediately got bought, and then we're basing at the highs here. At the same time, the Qs were selling off here, right? So the Qs were selling off, a lot of weakness in the market, and the RARX, we started scanning for relative strength to see if there's anything basing at the highs, and this came up, right? The RARX. Okay, so basing at the highs, like the relative strength here. Okay, so I put it on the list, and I said, well, I do like this higher. It's the favorite thing on the long side. The problem that I have with it is if we just play it right now over $18 and the stop is below this shakeout here, it's not going to have very good R to R, right? So here was the big target, okay? So 1943, I believe this high was. So it's not going to have very good R to R because we're going to have an 80-cent stop, and it's not set up perfectly yet. All right, so I drew this little picture on the chart, and I said, look, if this continues to base sideways here, right? If it continues to base sideways, the moving average catches up, then we can play this long, right? We can also put our stop right below the base. All right, so that's the picture that I drew. I got off the mic and continued to watch the RARX. Okay, so why did I want this to continue to base sideways before I played this long? Well, the reason being was because just after the shakeout here, this moving average hasn't caught up to price yet. And I use a moving average to tell me, okay, this is the time that the stock has based, and this is the time frame of focus, which is the 5 minute, and once the moving average catches up to price, then the stock's ready to go. All right, so the moving average caught up to price here, came underneath. We got a really tight base here, a bunch of small bars, and then all of a sudden this moving average started curling up and the stock broke out here, right? So once this moving average is caught up to price, this is the time frame of focus, all right? So this was the shakeout that I played here, which we're going to look at in a second. But this was also a shakeout, and so is this. All right, so we had 3 shakeouts on this chart before the breakout, and there was only one that actually led to the breakout. Now, yeah, I mean, if you caught the bottom of these shakeouts, you could have made more money here, but that's not how I personally play shakeouts, and also, it would have been incredibly hard to do that if we go back and look at the time frames here. This doesn't look like a buying opportunity at all for me. Okay? So, we got this shakeout. There's no moving average that corresponds with this base up here, right? On the 1 minute, let's go to the 2 minute chart. We look at the 2 minute, we go back here. Okay, so 2 minute chart, moving average started to come underneath price, and it ended up failing here. Okay, we got another shakeout, continued to base sideways, and again, the 2 minute moving average isn't favorable here. It's not underpriced. It's not curling underneath price, right? So the 2 minute isn't the time frame of focus either. You can see at once the 2 and the 5 minute, the moving average started coming underneath price. This set up a really nice picture here. Okay? So this is, I'm just kind of breaking down that we're using multiple time frames here. Okay? We have one shakeout here, one shakeout here, one here. And so I'm using multiple time frames to say, okay, when is the moving average coming underneath price? When are we basing into the moving average so I know which time frame to focus on? All right? That's why I wasn't interested in playing long here, right? Anywhere in here until we continue to base here. All right? Okay, so let's go back to the 5 minute. All right, so the first thing is I want to play the shakeout. Once we get the shakeout, I want to play it once the base is at or near the rising 20 MA. I'm assuming that we're all playing long here, okay? So this is really key. I want the base to be at or near the rising 20 MA. You can see that this shakeout did touch the 20 MA. Well, where's the entry if you're going to play the shakeout? Well, you have to play this here. You have to play this here, right? Those are the entries if you're going to play the shakeout in this pattern, because the entry always, for me, always has to be at or near the 20 MA. And so that's why I'm not looking to play long here. That's why I'm also not looking to play long here, but that's also why I was looking to play long here. Okay? So, this is the entry long after this last shakeout because it was basing at or near the rising 20 MA. Okay? When we were here, the base wasn't at or near the rising 20 MA, and also when we were here, it still wasn't, right? We came up and continued to base, and then we broke out. Okay, so the base has to be at or near the rising 20 MA, not the bottom of the shakeout. Okay, so that's location. Number 2 here is the rate of the shakeout. Now, I did go back and look at this. We can look at this on a 1 minute. Because I know this last one happened really fast here. So the shakeout pattern in general for me is a failure pattern. Okay, if the stock is basing sideways, it gets sold. So either longs exit and or sellers come in and start shorting, and it immediately reverses and continues. Okay, or it looks like this. Okay, one of those two patterns. Both of them are trapping either shorts they're trapping, people that got short on this move lower, or the longs who sold out just to watch it continue to go higher. All right? So this is a failure pattern for me. All right, so I always like failure patterns that happen quickly. And the reason why they have to happen quickly for me is because when a failure pattern happens quickly, it tells me that there's a lot of conviction in the stock. And for me, conviction is the sole thing that moves price. And so since we're using an XY axis to create a graph, yes, so if we get a little bit of a larger shakeout, that's more important than if we were just to drop 3 pennies. So yes, the price axis is important, but also the time axis is important because I want the shakeout to happen quickly because it tells me that there is an increase of conviction, and when people are making emotional decisions, they make snap decisions. Right? They're not thinking things through very long. There's a lot that's coming together when you get involved in a quick price action. Okay? It also doesn't allow people to exit that are slow. All right? So I really like, and I almost solely play failure patterns that happen quickly. So the rate that the failure pattern happens is very important to me. All right? Okay, so let's go back and look. Here's the first shakeout. Okay? So this happened 1, 2, 3, 4 bars lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars back up to the base. Okay? So this took a total of 11 minutes, this shakeout. All right? There's a lot of time for people to short and get out and make money. There's also a lot of time for people to get long and make money, right? So this shakeout here wasn't very quick. All right? Next one. This shakeout is a little bit faster, right? 2, 3 bars, set the low here, right? A couple inside bars, and then we kind of ground higher here. All right? All right, let's look to the last shakeout that was at the 20 MA. right here. I don't know if you guys were watching this. 5 seconds maximum. This happened in 5 seconds. I mean, I could pull up a 5-second chart, but just for time reason, I'm not going to. This shakeout happened in 5 seconds. All right? This retested and then immediately reversed. Okay? So you can look at volume. Do I think that volume should come in a shakeout? Sure. Did it come in here? Yes. Did volume come in here? No. Actually, volume came in the breakout failure. Okay, volume did not come in the shakeout. So you can look at volume. Do I think volume is important? Yeah, kind of. But I think the two first and foremost things are location of the shakeout and the rate that the shakeout happens, in that order for me. Okay? So I just wanted to show you this. This is the move that came after. I did not capture this whole move. I didn't. But I ended up offering out on this somewhere in here. I think my average was 1870. Right, here's what I did today. And here's the RARX. Right, I got filled at 2 different orders here, and it ended up making like 7 something. 775. Right, so I didn't capture the whole move, but really nice move. And when you get a really nice shakeout like this, it just grinds higher here. This was really spready, which is why I offered out, because that's what my management told me to do. But yeah, really nice trade here. Really nice pattern on the RARX. This is something that I take a picture of. Right, you get this shakeout right at the 20 MA. Okay, so I just wanted to break, because I love playing shakeouts, I just wanted to break this down. We had a really nice pattern, and look at these 2 principles. Why I didn't play this long here, why I did end up playing this long here, and the 2 principles are, is the base at or near the 20 MA? Not the shakeout bottom, the base, and then 2, the rate of the shakeout, right? So I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions with shakeouts, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, thanks all.